Hi everyone, I am Saurabh Shivhare. I am a student at Indian School of Business class of 2010. I am a budding entrepreneur. I own a cattle feed company based out of Kanpur. I am going to shadow Mr. Godrej this week. I have been waiting for quite a long time about this opportunity.
Saurabh Shivhare is a student of ISB majoring in finance, strategy and leadership. Saurabh owns a cattle feed company based out of Kanpur. The proceeds from his online bid to spend one day with Adi Godrej has gone to the Mumbai-based NGO Childline India Foundation.
The prime reasons behind choosing Mr. Godrej were, first of all, Godrej represents a fine example how family business should work in this particular setting where globalization has become an increasing trend. I think I'm going to learn a great deal from Mr. Adi Godrej because he has been there for last 40 years. So the way he has taken this group forward and put itself in the top companies in the world, I think I'm going to learn a great deal.
The important thing is that I must spend some quality time with him. I think he has gone out of his way to contribute to philanthropy to be able to come here. And I thought it would be good if he gets a good broad idea of how a group such as ours works.
The way he manages the group, his leadership skill, I think for an entrepreneur like me and a student of management, I'm going to learn quite a bit.
He's in the animal feed business and we're the largest in animal feed in India. So I arrange a meeting for the CEO of our animal feed company and the head of strategy of our animal feed company for him.
So I'm really excited and looking forward for the day.
Saurabh's day began with a meeting where the group's top management met to discuss the installation of new IT infrastructure.
Well, I happened to see IT MSCN for 2.5 hours where different key speakers talked about the various activities which will reinforce the structuring in the IT space and the data integration within the company. So the main speakers were Banerjee, who talked more about on IT directions. Then further they moved forward with IT infrastructure disaster recovery for the group. And then the next step was unified communication, how you can enable different devices put together to do some particular job. That means you will have one soft head device to do all your faxing and all these things. So they were talking about restructuring the IT space so that the communication can be made more effective. And then they were also talking about how to enable workforce with IT infrastructures. It was more or less an interaction session where the queries were put forward in terms of what are going to be cost reductions and how this particular technology will give them a competitive advantage.
He then got a fresh perspective on his family-owned cattle feed business from the top honchos at Godrej Agrovet.
Mr. Balram heads the Agrovet business here. So definitely it's direct relevance to my business as I mentioned earlier. So the discussion was more or less how cattle feed industry gonna look in future and what are the strategic directions and plans that we can sort out together to be remain competitive in the industry. So it was very fruitful in terms of what are the future trends, where we lack in practices and what they're good at, and what are the possible synergies that we can extract out together. And my discussion with Mark happened to be more about the animal business landscape. What are the prominent practices around and how do you extract a profit out of these business irrespective of these becoming slim margins. So these two discussions in particularly have been very, very important to me.
Soon it was time for a business lunch with the team.
it went with the lunch with Mr. Godrej, along with Nisha, Mark, Avinash, Vivek and Umar. So there are 3 ISB people during the lunch. So it happened to be a quite friendly, informal lunch where I got to know people, the informal culture in the company, and the lunch happened in a very informal setting, which definitely gave a very positive vibes to me, because you don't get to see such happy informal interaction in a company like this. But I think it's a part of their transformation of the organization. So it went pretty good.